that was a difficult one to take, at least for me personally. I certainly couldn't understand how Amarim decided to play a strong 11, and maybe he had an eye on the final, thinking that if I play this team now, let's see how they do, let's try and get a win, let's try and be competitive and have some good momentum going into the final. And it looked like that based on how we started. We had Mount starting, we had Bruno starting, Casemiro, Maguire, Shaw, Onana, Hoyland, obviously being our only, first choice senior striker. You have Dorgu playing, Ahmad started. We basically had arguably our strongest team against Chelsea. And we started quite well. I mean, I thought based on that, you know what? We're going to have a good game. We're actually going to go through the motions in this game and actually get a result, you know. But it didn't turn out that way. It was a weird game because the first half, at least I thought, we did enough to score. And we did. I mean, Maguire put the ball in the net. Yes, it was offside. Argue all you want. But we put the ball in the net. We created chances. And if we had, a bit more of a clinical edge, a lack of a urgency to actually be and have the determination to go and score, then perhaps we would have done much better and we would have scored goals. But again, we've got the issue up front with Hoyland. And he's one of the issues, if not the main issue, if you want to put it that way. The second half was so comical in terms of the errors we made, trying to play out from the back. And you could say Amarim's changes had a lot to do with that. Playing Bruno and Mainu in midfield doesn't work. He brought on Ugarte in the second half. He put on the likes that could come on and try and change the game. It didn't happen. Mainu was quiet when he came on. Maguire again seemed to be making the mistakes that we saw from him in years gone by, where he would misplace passes. Shaw didn't look like he was up for it. I guess he's probably more prepared for the final. Same goes for Casemiro. Mount, after the first 20 minutes, disappeared. I don't know what happened to him. He started bright. He did quite well, getting into the areas. Probably should have scored with the chance that he got when Ahmad put him in to the box. He should have done better with that chance. But after that, he disappeared. But again, he's not the only one that was the issue. They were everyone, wasn't at their best, let alone at a level that was competitive in that second half. And Chelsea scored their goal. They kept pushing, and Amri made the changes just before they scored their goal. Maybe you could say the team was a bit disjointed, trying to fit pieces together. Garnacho also came on quiet, didn't, get the ball as much, didn't make the runs that was needed in order for us to penetrate Chelsea's defense, which we did in the first half, to be fair. But Hoyland, I mean, it's it's annoying that we have a striker that played the entire 90 minutes against Chelsea but loses 90% of his duels. He doesn't keep the ball when it is played up to him, whether it be on the ground or in the air. He looks at the defender actually trying to win the ball that way instead of just trying to win the ball. Doesn't make the correct runs when he does make the runs. And when he's in the box, when we're close to try and cross the ball in, he's nowhere to be seen. His teammates can't find him. He's not moving. He's not on his toes. He's not trying to find spaces or make darting runs to confuse defenders or even open up space for other teammates to try and fill those pockets and try and take advantage of him making a run into a certain space, pulling a defender with him. I don't know what is wrong with Hoyland. I don't know if he's going to improve because he hasn't improved. This has been an issue since Ten Hag was here. I don't know how he decided to change his game since he came from Atalanta, but he certainly is not the same player. And I don't know how far this decline has gone. And I don't know if he's going to be given the opportunity to refine himself. You could say that losing a striker coach like a Benny McCarthy could have been something that is hindering him. But he's also a human being. He should be looking at his own personal development and finding striker coaches on his own. Yes, the club is there. Yes, the club can improve you and try and work with you, with everyone that is there and the facilities that we have. But you can also employ people outside of Man United for your personal training and personal improvement. You can. And he should be doing this. There are so many different people that he can approach to try and facet his game towards and improve as a striker for Manchester United. But the lack of effort that I see from him is another reason why I get annoyed by him. There's times when I see him walking. Maguire scored a goal for us. Yes, it was offside. But when Maguire was in that correct position, putting the ball in the net, his back was turned to goal and he wasn't even trying to make a run to find the ball for a Bruno or a Dogu or a Shaw, etc. to cross to him. He's just never there. And as a striker, you're supposed to have a natural instinct of being in the correct position or trying to be instinctive in getting and creating an opportunity for yourself or for your teammates. It doesn't happen. He makes us look like we are playing with 10 men. And that is why his teammates, like that moment we had, I think it was against Real Sociedad, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, he basically was ignored by Delo when he could have been played in for a potential tap in. That tells you already how some players don't trust to play the ball towards him, knowing that he's either going to lose it, he's going to fluff a chance, etc. But we need to improve. I'm tired of seeing Manchester United lose. I'm tired of having to talk about bad performances. Even if we win the Europa League on Wednesday, it doesn't matter. We have to improve as a club, as a team overall for the Premier League. We have to. But let me know in the comment section how you feel as a Manchester United fan right now leading up to the final. We'll obviously speak more in the preview when we do see each other again. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and of course, thank you for those who watched the video and continue to subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate you all. Have a wonderful weekend till we see each other again soon, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.